and welcome back to the Ratchet Clank Let's Play, ladies and gentlemen. Now the reason why I'm going to be quiet in the next couple of parts is because I am going to have to keep my voice as quiet as possible because not only is my mum sleeping, but it's also the neighbours who are also sleeping as well. I don't want to disturb them and make them angry. Well, with that being said, I'm actually going to show you what I'm going to do in the skill points later on. Well, that's going to come at a later part. One of the skill points. Well, the skill point requires you to have the usage of a sand mouse, which is the usage of the Sonic Summoner, which we'll get in part 13. I predict it. No, part 12, I think it is. No, it isn't. It's part 13. I'm sorry about that. I just can't make my mind up. Right. I can't make up my mind. It's because I'm always waiting for those bolts to come up. And I'm also going to destroy that nest of those robots that are from that rooftop. I'm going to use the helipad. So there are 3 skill points in this planet and 2 gold bolts. The gold bolts can be I can get the gold bolts without any usage of the without any other tools. So this is going to be a bit of a problem to crack. Now there's one reason why I don't like the puzzles in this game. The puzzles, because they can be overly complicated, especially this one. This is also a problem I have in the final stage of the game, in the final stage of Velden, I believe it is. I just don't like the complexity of these game's puzzles. What to do is to take ages to actually try and figure out the puzzles. And the fact is that some of the guards keep getting in the way, and it can be a bit of a pain in the well, you know what I mean. Oh god, this is going to be a bit of a chore to crack. There we go. It took me about a minute to actually get this sorted. But what it leads me to is a large heap of bolts, which can be useful later on for one of the new weapons, including the Visibomb gun, which is going to be obtained in the next few parts. The Visibomb gun is really vital for not only taking out anything from a huge distance, but also getting skill points. There we go with a gold bolt. Good grit. I think it's Pokitaru that's the guy to try and add the Visibomb gun by then. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of these guys by using the bomb glove and the Romany wrench. Okay, so I don't think there's anything much in here. Yeah, except for bolts. The reason why I want to get bolts everywhere is because I want to get new gadgets, with the exception of a couple, which will be until near the end of the game. I think the more useful ones that I'll be able to get. You get back here, Blarg. Ouch. That's just mean-spirited. Dude, stop. Just get bombed. Scum. Some of those Blarg can be absolutely annoying when they pop up on the ground and then they go and throw a bomb and then they hide again. That's just plain cheating. I just think Drek is really mean-spirited when it comes to those kinds of tactics. It just feels like he's being a bit of a dictator, a total dictator, like a certain historic figure that really made a lot of people, caused a lot of tragedies. I'm not going to get on that because I know a lot of people are really going to delve on my preaching. Yeah, we're gonna go to the quick select and put the devastator on the whole entire and this quick select. I don't know why it doesn't pause the quick select menu. Because then, because you would have said that in a situational moment when you're mere seconds from getting hit, you could have actually had the quick select as on pause, but unfortunately it doesn't. Thankfully, they actually fixed this in Ratchet Clank 2, which I'm already Ratchet Clank 3 now, playing through it. Well, at the beginning, whilst I'm gonna go through Annihilation Nation, might do Ratchet Clank 2's the challenge mode. Go through that before doing Ratchet Clank 2's LP. Don't you dare run away from me, Blarg. These Blarg guys can be incredibly annoying at times. Got them also. We're going to swing this bolt around. And we're going to swing that bolt around. I actually like these bolt. I think these bolt puzzles are better to go through than the trespasser puzzles because they are much more better. Because it only uses the wrench while you swing around, and it doesn't take much effort at all. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're going to talk to the commando, and we've got another cutscene coming up. So, boop.
Blast that thing, it won't budge. I've tried everything I know short of nuclear weaponry. No, never mind.
Well, you tried. See ya.
Not so fast, soldier. You're going into that compound even if I have to throw you. Aha! That ventilation shaft leads to the turret platform. Soldier, find a way to use that shaft to infiltrate the compound undetected. You've shown bravery by making it this far, soldier. And for that, I reward you. I intercepted this communique that you might find useful. Take it. I'm off to find my battalion. Good luck.
Hello once again, fellow Blarg. I hope this message finds you well. As many of you know, our home planet is no longer habitable. We've abandoned our factories, our laboratories, and our happy lives because of the encroaching pollution, leaving much behind. Fortunately, the nearby planets will supply us with all we need to create our new home, which is nearing completion. Once our scientists locate the ideal orbit, our new world will be perfect. So reserve your space now. Prime locations are filling up fast. Good day.
Now do you understand why we must stop him? He won't rest until he has destroyed every planet in the galaxy.
Yeah? Well, I got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger than the galaxy?
Well, different fish anyway. Look, didn't that commando guy say we could get into that compound?
Yes, by using the ventilation shaft. But we will need something special to walk on that.
Fine, let's get going then. We'll come back later.
You will need a pair of Gadgetron Magneboots to traverse this ventilation shaft.
We have to go back. We have to come back here later on because we need a pair of Magneboots, which is on this, which is on that help desk message. We have to find a pair of Magneboots, but unfortunately we can't find any on this one. That will be found later on, which is on the planet. This is what was in the. It's in the planet of the coordinates of the planet in the Infobot that we just received from the commando. And that's if people wonder what the glitch was, then it was it was of course the HD remastering might have had a bit of a botched up. Might have been the porting process that might have caused that glitch. That's what was it again? Oh, yes, that cutscene glitch, which has them before we actually got into the cutscene, before it showed the Infobot of Drek. And of course, we all know that Ratchet's been a bit of a hostile towards Clank as of before we actually get to this. As I'm actually playing this right now, Ratchet's hostility towards Clank has been ever so bad, but it gets but trust me, it gets worse later on. Clank is being right about Qwark, while Ratchet has been focusing too much on Qwark. It's gonna bite him later on in the arse. You know it. So with us getting that gold bolt, we're gonna go back to the beginning of the stage to try and get another pair of coordinates and ride the grindrail. There's also a skill point for that as well. There's only one skill point that can be attained using the grindrail, and that's without taking any damage on the grindrail. So we're going to use the. So we're going to break some boxes to get some loose change and everything. Okay. Oh, why did I do that? Well, it's kind of understandable considering that the boxes are behind the explosive boxes are behind the normal crate, which can be easy to catch out. It caught me out a few times when I played this game before. Right, so with that being said, let's ride this grindrail. And some good old funky music as well. Yee. Riding the grindrail, McKidd style, or Ratchet style as we call it. Yeah, and yes, you can actually destroy those bombs using the wrench, which is pretty good. Why did I do that? That's the skill point. It's gone then. I'll actually skip the parts until I get to the grindrail. Well, I actually get to the grindrail without actually taking damage. But for now, we have to get this Infobot in order to get coordinates to a planet, which will allow us to get some kind of special helmet. We're nearing the end, so we gotta dodge this next round of bombs, and we'll be done. Look at all that cash. Okay, cut.
Halt! Who are you? What are you doing?
We are on a mission to save the galaxy.
Speak for yourself and put your hands down. You look ridiculous.
Actually, I don't care who you are. I've got to get the heck out of here. I joined the army to get money to go to college. I never knew I'd end up in a war. Go figure.
This is a noble cause, sir.
Noble my hiney. I just want to get home to my family. Here, I pulled this off a busted robot. Give me some bolts for bus fare and it's yours. Thanks a bunch. Good luck saving the galaxy or whatever.
Greetings, Supreme Executive Chairman Drek. As you can see, we're about to test our newest automated pilot's helmet. This helmet allows pilots to control our latest high-tech fighters using only their thoughts. Please enjoy the demonstration. We still have a few minor adjustments to make.
Whoa! If they ever get the kinks worked out of that thing, I have got to get me one of those.
If they are working for Chairman Drek, they may know where he is.
Is that all you can think about? Drek this, Drek that? I got my own problems.
If you cannot see the importance of this situation, you do have problems.
Yeah? Well, if you're so smart, how come you fell for Qwark's stupid trick? Ah, forget it. We both need to get to this planet, and that's all that matters.
Well, Ratchet, I'm sorry to say this, but it has to be said. Well, you're the one who also brought this to yourself as well. You're the one who's partly to blame for Qwark's trap as well. Meaning, the fact is, Clank isn't entirely to blame. You're the one who's also to blame as well. And the fact is, unfortunately, you cannot see the Clank is right about your mindset. You just don't know or just don't understand the gravity of the situation at hand. It just leaves the fact that you look like a total unsympathetic ass all the time, who just doesn't seem to understand the gravity of the situation. And there you go, Ratchet. You deserve that. Anyway, let's get this skill point before anything else happens. Like I said, Ratchet's personality just makes him like a total goofball. Not only does he actually make himself look like a cocky person, he makes himself look totally arrogant and completely an unsympathetic person who doesn't seem to understand the gravity of the situation of the galaxy. And by the time he actually guns down Qwark later on in the game, he knows Ratchet Clank was right all along. So that's why I don't like Ratchet's personality in this game. Fortunately though, Insomniac did actually realise this when they developed Ratchet & Clank 2, which was in development before this game was out. They actually thought Ratchet's personality was pretty much criticised, and they decided to improve on it, making Ratchet much more determined and much more down to earth and buckled down, and less of a cocky person and more of a braver Lombax or person. And there we go, we've got the skill points. So with that being said, let's get back to the ship and let's drive ourselves off to Gaspar. We're gonna go to Gaspar first and then the Orxon. Why did I decided to buy one rocket? Silly me. Anyway, with that being said, let's go off to Gaspar first before we go off to Orxon. We're gonna be here late. We're gonna go back to Battalion later on, just to get both the skill points and of course get that mission done. Get rid of those bombers. And we're off to planet Gaspar, but exploring that is going to come until later on. Isn't going to be until later on and in the next part. So with that being said, I'm McKidd, and I'll see you guys next time for when we take on Gaspar and get that pilot's helmet.